Tell you what I know. I don't understand lumpers. If anybody can explain to me the reasoning for lumpers, I would like to know. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Because I don't understand it. It's always at food places. And I get that food is governed a little differently than, dry goods and stuff, but if it's for inventory purposes, then why is it that food is the only one that does it? Like, I've delivered to Dick's Sporting Goods distribution centers, and I've delivered to, Big Lots, hauled a load of Bass Pro, Urban Outfitters or something like that. Like, hauled to all these different places. And not once do they ever charge a lumper. But you haul to anything that says food service in it, you can bet you're going to pay a lumper fee. Like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, and what got me off on this is I had a 5 a.m. appointment at a food service place up in what was it? Oakwood Village, Ohio, which is where I delivered to this morning. And I had paper goods. Wasn't food at all or anything like that, but I still had to pay a lumper fee. But I just got thinking about it while I was sitting there. I was like, anytime I haul to any kind of food service place, there's going to be a lumper fee. And the more and more I got to thinking about it, I was like, all right, like, I get that they're trying to pay a third party to unload and count for them, to inventory it, but I still don't understand why food service is the only ones that do it. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't figure that out. Even when I hauled flatbed, we'd haul onions once in a while, and I always had to pay a lumper fee to unload the onions. So, I don't know. I can't figure it out. So, if somebody has a reasonable explanation, man, explain it in the comments, because I can't figure it out. But anyway, enough about that. So I got unloaded, and I'm down here in Lancaster, Ohio now, getting 140 plastic tanks. It's supposed to be a light load going up to Holland, Michigan, which I'm looking forward to. I had a load cancel on me yesterday, so what should have been my reload for today canceled. So I booked this load. It's just a little day hop. I came down here. I want to say it was like 160 miles of deadhead, I think is what it was. And then it's about 370 or 380 miles loaded. And I want to say the whole load's only going to weigh like 3,000 pounds. So I ought to get really good fuel economy on it. The rate wasn't great on it, but when you have something cancel on you and you're left stuck looking at last minute stuff, which seems to be a pretty regular thing, pulling a dry van. So you can't be too picky when you're looking at last minute stuff. Yeah, I had that load canceled on me yesterday. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, well, that's great. I got a 5 a.m. appointment. So by the time I get unloaded, or when I get unloaded, agents ain't even going to be at work yet. So I knew that I had from about 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock to find something. And I kept surfing the load board, called a few agents that had freight in that area, and was kind of striking out. And then this one popped up, and like I said, the rate wasn't great on it, but it wasn't terrible, and it was light. And so I was like, you know what, I'll run that. So that's what we're doing. Still playing in the snow. At least down here it's not as bad. It snowed up there. I did a 34-hour reset up there by what was it, Richfield. I was in between Akron and Cleveland. Did a 34-hour reset, and it snowed off and on the entire time I was there. But here, we'll turn the camera around and let y'all see what we're working with. See, it ain't nothing crazy. Roads are a little slushy, nothing bad, but get you situated. So, but yeah, about tired of the snow. I'm ready for the sun to come back out. I was sitting here thinking about it when I was on my way down here, and the sun in between Cleveland and Columbus, the sun tried to poke out. Like, I could see it. I could see where it was behind the clouds at, but it didn't make it. But I don't think I've saw the sun in, man, I don't know how many days it's been now. It'd be nice to get a little sunshine again in my life. So I think after Holland, Michigan, we're gonna head back south, and hopefully we can find the sun. So anyway, when they get done loading me, this is one of them loads I'm pretty sure it's probably not gonna have a seal on it, so y'all might actually get to see what we got in the box this time. So when that time comes, I'll catch back up with y'all here in a bit. Well, I didn't get a chance to video what was in the trailer because they put a seal on it, so I really didn't even think they was going to put a seal on it. I was kind of surprised. But it's just those little 55-gallon plastic drums. It looks like what they use to make garden sprayers with. A little pull-behind weed sprayers or chemical sprayers or whatever. And I'm not sure, that might be what it is. I mean, that's just what it looked like. 140 of them. And it looks like they just threw them in the trailer. I get to help unload them at the other end, so really looking forward to that first thing in the morning. I don't mind helping. I'm not really thrilled about how cold it's going to be first thing in the morning in Holland, Michigan. So, but anyway, at a rest area, I got about 300 more miles for the day. Gonna park up just a few miles away from where I got to deliver at in the morning. And so yeah, gonna finish knocking out these miles, make it up to Holland, Michigan, and deliver this load. I'm not real sure where my camera decided to shut off at, but I just wanted y'all to see. I was just talking about how I wish the sun would come out, and there it is. Keeps floating in and out behind some clouds every so often, but it is out. I can see it. Got clear skies ahead of me. I don't know how long it's going to stay clear ahead of me, but it's clear right now. So that's all that matters to me right now. So anyway, catch back up with y'all in a bit. Well, all right. Well, it's the next day. I ran my clock all the way out to like 7 minutes yesterday. So by the time I got parked, all I wanted to do was eat and go to bed. But I got up this morning and ran over to get unloaded. Had to do my, it was a driver assist. It was 140 55-gallon tanks. They're plastic tanks. It's a light load, weighed like 2,900 pounds. It actually wasn't too bad. The only thing, it was cold, it's like 15 degrees this morning. So obviously, I got all bundled up. Had a thermal on, had a hoodie on, had my Carhartt. Got thermals on underneath my jeans. Got insulated socks. I'm all bundled up. Got over there and counting myself, there was 5 of us to unload the trailer. Now, it still took about 45 minutes. But it was kind of interesting. I didn't understand why the shipper had stuck a liner down in the bottom of my trailer. And once I got over there and we started unloading, I understood why. This liner was slick. Like, it was like ice skating in the back of my trailer. So once we started getting unloaded a little bit, one of the guys started down stacking these tanks and sliding them. And then I realized that liner was there because when they were loading it, they were sliding. They were loading them in the middle of a yard. So a forklift was bringing them to the back of the trailer. One guy was stacking them off the forklift and sliding them to the front of the trailer for another guy to stack them. Well, so we just did the opposite when we were unloading, but we were at a dock. We were backed up to the warehouse. So I, myself, and one other guy was down stacking them and then just slinging these tanks to the back of the trailer. And then the 3 other guys were gathering them up and stacking them. So it was quite interesting. It might have been one of the most interesting unloads I've ever done. And just mainly because of how slick it was. I was so afraid one of us was going to just eat it in the back of that trailer, but fortunately nobody did. So anyway, got unloaded. I'm over here getting reloaded now, but I wanted to close this video out, and for those of y'all that have hung around this long, I wanted to give you the numbers on it. Now, this is a load that replaced a load that canceled on me. So when I get in them situations, a lot of times it kind of sucks. You're left looking at leftover freight. And something that, I don't even get mad about it now. I used to get irritated but now it seems like ever since I started pulling a dry van, cancel loads is just kind of the norm. Like, it happens. And it happens a lot more often than what I'd like. But sometimes, you have a really good week scheduled out, and then something like this happens, and then you don't quite make as much money as you was hoping for. But something that I have learned to do is just keep the truck moving. I don't spend a whole lot of time trying to find a replacement load. I'll try to find something short that'll just tie me up for the day. Instead of sitting all day long looking for another load, I'll just find something to get the truck moving. That way it pushes my availability time out a little bit, and then it gives me a little bit of time to shop around for my next load. So I have found that that's what works for me. But it still sucks. There's just no way around it. It's going to happen, I guess. So, but anyway, like I was saying, for those of y'all that have hung around, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the numbers on this load. I still need to do a recap for last week's loads. This load is the first load on the next week. So let's just get to it. Anyway, I bounced down to Lancaster, Ohio. I think I had like 160 miles of deadhead on the front end of it. Grabbed a load, like I said, it weighed 2,900 pounds. I always round it one way or the other, so I'm calling it 3,000 pounds. To Holland, Michigan. Load paid $1,200 gross. With the driver assist on the unload, it was an 882.55 to the truck. Now, it was 540 total miles. I did average 8.3 miles to the gallon, and that's $1.63 per mile to the truck. When I'm looking at last minute freight, I'm finding it hard to find stuff over $2 a mile. I mean, I'm finding it hard to find stuff over $2 a mile to the truck right now as it is. I did all right last week. Like I said, y'all have to catch that video. But so that's where I ended up at. And like always, if y'all are still hanging around, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like always, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Stay warm, stay safe. Shiny side up, rubber side down. Catch y'all on the next one.